Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Twana Ray Live. This is your host, Twana, and for the next few minutes, I have a follow-up to last night's story. So, as you know, we are covering and following Sweetiepies, or the stars of Sweetiepies, which happens to be Miss Robbie and her son Tim, and everyone related. This scandal, or whatever you want to call it, really is about Tim's son, Miss Robbie's grandson, little Timmy. And if you ever watched Sweetiepies, we got to see him grow up for a little bit of his life. He is a very delightful young man and is so sweet. And we had receipts of Miss Robbie being kept away from her grandson because of drama between Tim and Jenae. And she had some words to say. And the video from last night will be in the description box just in case you missed it. But Tim came back today with some words of his own. And right from Instagram, here you go.
You know, I would never say anything disrespectful about my son's mother, out of respect for my son, and I want him to grow up and see that. But now you put me in a position where I got to defend myself because you got my 80-year-old mother out here on the internet going back and forth, and you keep on calling the house, screaming at her, asking her why she's speaking the truth. Well, I got to speak the truth myself, you know, and you want to paint me out to be a deadbeat dad. Why don't you tell people how the last time I picked my son up, I had him for an hour and a half. And you started blowing me up to bring him back because he had to do his homework and take a bath. And as I get to the house, I take him out of his car seat. He run to you. You stand in the garage. He runs into you. I'm bent over in the car. I'm getting his Happy Meal and his toys I bought him in his backpack. You let the garage down on me, and the police come out of the backyard. You had the police waiting on me in the backyard when I was coming to drop my baby off. You set me up. You don't do that to no black man. You don't do that to no man, especially a man that spent half his life, spent 10 and a half years in prison. There's nothing there's nothing you can do to make me ever forgive you for that. There's nothing you can do to explain or justify that. You had the police waiting for me in the backyard. You set me up when I was coming with my baby from the playground. I will never come to that house again, ever. So you're not going to handle me and tell me to bring my son's toys over there. And most of the time, all the stuff he got in the house, I got anyway. He don't even know I got him all that stuff. And as far as child support, as far as me being a deadbeat, why don't you give me my change? Talk about a court order. Talking about a court order. Why don't you tell everybody how when we was going to court, you was threatening to tell all about me and my mama business about the different things we own and this bank account there here and this bank account there. After the IRS and already came and got us for $500,000. After the IRS already on me. Why don't you tell them how you threaten to tell the feds this and that? Tell people that. And why don't you give me my change as far as child support is concerned? Why don't you sell that 5-bedroom, 5-bath house with the waterfall in the back and the swimming pool and the big jacuzzi? Why don't you sell that, give me my change? Why don't you sell that big boy Beamer, your BMW you got that I put you in after you didn't want the Porsche no more, after you didn't want the BMW before that, and go back and get that Chrysler Sebring you was driving when I got you. Give me my change. From all them $10,000 one-of-one bags and Versace chains and all them dresses that you didn't know nothing about and them Louboutins. Give me my change from my furniture that you still sleeping on. Did you buy new sheets? Huh? All them TVs and everything in the house? Why don't you give me my change? Because I ain't working no more. I'm not on TV. I don't have an image to protect. I'm not getting a TV check. I don't have to answer the OWN. OWN can't call me no more. I'm like, Tim, don't say this, Tim. Be nice because, Tim, we got to protect the brand. It's good for the show. I ain't got to protect the check no more. I ain't got that no more. So I ain't got it. The people probably going to say I owe you about 400 or so. I ain't got it. Why don't you sell some of this stuff and give me my change? Why don't you do that? And as far as me being abusive, why don't you tell the people how you used to come up? Why don't you tell the people to call down to the marquee and ask Andre and Melanie how they used to put you out of the club and you come in there and try to start fights with me? How they have to call the police on you and you outside on the parking lot kicking my car? Huh? Why don't you tell them how I used to call people over to the house, call my security over there, you taking hammers to my car? You know, I can't leave. You coming to the restaurant messing with me. Why don't you tell them how when we was in Beverly Hills with the whole family out here with all these white folks and you drunk in the lobby. They got to pull you up off of me. You taking my money out of my bags and throwing my money all over the lobby. They got to go to your mother's room and get your mother to come stop you. And I'm abusive. Why don't you tell that? Why don't you tell all that? And why don't you tell them how the reason I left you in the first place was because you decided to sleep with the help. You slept with the cameraman. Why don't you tell them that? On in Pilgrim, we had to get a whole new TV crew around season 3 because you slept with the cameraman. Shout out to Jose. I ain't got no ill feelings towards you, bro. She needed some attention. You gave her that. But you was with the boss, but you slept with the help. So that's why I left in the first place. And I didn't turn back. And every time we didn't want to film with you, you threatened to take my son. You would let my son film. That's the only reason you was still on the show. And my mama forgave you. My mama forgave you because she loved that baby. So I stayed quiet, and they let you film, because I was trying to be a good dude. Even though my mama forgave you, Monique and everybody else forgave you. I ain't never forgive you. Why don't you tell them how you were never, my son was never even on the last episode, last season of the show at all. Money could have went towards his college fund. They want to bring him to L.A. He can't come unless you come. He can't come to Houston unless you come. We got a family trip down to Orlando. You come on down to Orlando. You wouldn't let my son film with me. Why don't you tell them that? Monique can't bring him to see me. My mama can't bring him to see me. Charles can't bring him to see me. I begged you for years to see my son. I begged you. I've been patient all this time, hoping you get over it. I was happy you had a new guy. I pray you stop thinking about my ass. But you got a new guy and you still calling me, crying, snotty nose. The night before your wedding, you called me crying, snotty nose. I told you out there and married that dude. He's a good guy. I ain't never heard nothing bad about that man, so I ain't said a word about him being around my son. Ain't not one person told me nothing bad about that dude. He's supposed to be a good dude. So I've been quiet, trying to give you your time. But now you want to take him from my mama, and my family can't see him either? You want to put me out to the world to be a bad guy? And people ask why Monique ain't dealing. Where's Monique? How come Monique don't stop Monique don't fuck with you no more? You want to run around town act like you a business person? Why don't you tell everybody I started that business? I put up all the money, got the paperwork done. That business is for Monique. And you took half the money. You took half the money from Monique and you had Monique doing all the work. And then you took the money and went and opened a gym for your guy. But this is cool. No problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Monique just separated herself. You know what I'm saying? We separated and got Monique a whole new business. She good. Why don't you tell the people how every time Monique had a new guy, somebody she was talking to, you creep behind her back and deal with the new guy she talking to. That's why Monique don't deal with you. Why don't you run and tell all that? Huh? You don't want to tell all that, do you? You want to do the first thing a lot of women do nowadays when they upset. They want to say a guy's abusive. Man.
As you can see, while giving his side of the story, and I do appreciate him, coming forward with his own words and how he feels. What I hate the most is, we've always seen this family as such a loving and together and supportive family. And to see, something like this tear a family apart is just heartbreaking. Again, we do wish all parties the best. And I just hope that they're able to put Timmy in first place and put their feelings aside. But we will stay on top of the story. Hopefully they can come together for the sake of the little boy. Little Timmy, the Twana Ray Live Show and the Victory Village wish you all the best. Happy belated birthday once again. We hope that Miss Robbie and her family can mend fences. You guys, thanks for joining me once again. This has been Twana with Twana Ray Live. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you for watching. Have a great night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.